Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Tuesday, February 9th, 2016, around 7:11 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. It's going to be a partly sunny, partly cloudy day, maybe some snow flurries, waking up the snow right now on the ground. 2-hour delay everywhere for schools, and hopefully it doesn't snow again. Some news to report: Boston College beat Boston University by the score of 1-0 last night at the Beanpot in overtime to win the 2016 Beanpot. Toronto Blue Jays have signed third baseman Josh Donaldson to a 2-year contract worth $29 million, avoiding salary arbitration. And it's Happy National Pizza Day. It's Happy Internet Safety Day. And it's also Fat Tuesday. And that's about it on the news. My first video blog subject of the day is a continuation of the top 100 professional wrestling matches of all time. Now I've reached from number 70 to 61 on this list. And here it is. Number 70 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time. Greg the Hammer Valentine facing off against Tito Santana in a steel cage match in Baltimore, Maryland for the WWE Intercontinental title on July 6, 1985. This was to culminate the long-running feud between Tito and Greg that went several months in the WWE. Greg beat Tito for the Intercontinental title in October of 1984 when Tito had an injured knee and he needed surgery. And he got surgery done, and he went like all over the play, all over the loop, and Tito escaped the cage and became new Intercontinental champion for the second time. The Hammer destroyed the belt. They were getting a new belt for the Intercontinental title. Number 69 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time. Big Daddy Cool Diesel facing off against the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels in a no-house barred match for the WWE title at In Your House, Good Friends, Better Enemies on April 28th, 1996. And this was one of Diesel's last television matches in the WWE because he signed with WCW, and it was a big match back and forth. Big Daddy Cool Diesel was looking at Vince McMahon. He wanted to attack him. Like the broadcasting table went out, and at the end, Diesel attacked Mad Dog Vachon, who was in the crowd, and took his prosthesis leg and tried to beat up Shawn Michaels with it, but Shawn Michaels reversed it, and he took the leg and beat Diesel for the 1-2-3. Number 68 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time. Hulk Hogan facing off against Vince McMahon in a street fight at WrestleMania 19, and this was an awesome street fight. Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon gave it its all. Referee goes down. Piper attacks Hogan. He was supposed to attack McMahon, but Hogan hulks up and beats McMahon for the 1-2-3. Number 67 on this list was the Hardy Boys, Man and Jeff, facing off against Edge and Christian, facing off against the Dudley Boys, Devon and Bubba Ray, in a tables, ladders, and chairs match for the WWE Tag Team Championship at WrestleMania 17. Action-packed. This was the third and final series of these teams in tables and ladders and chairs, and it was awesome. It had interference by Lita, Rhino, and Spike Dudley, but in the end, Edge and Christian won the WWE Tag Team Championships again. They should have had the Hardys and Dudleys win at WrestleMania, but that happens. Number 66 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Jay Youngblood facing off against Don Cornetto and Sergeant Slaughter at the Final Conflict in Greensboro, North Carolina in April of 1983 for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. Steamboat and Youngblood beat Cornetto and Slaughter, and it was a classic match. They had a long-running feud. Cornado and Slaughter went to the WWE afterwards, and it was awesome, this feud. Number 65 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time. Eric Embry, the flamboyant one, facing off against P.Y. Chinhai, who was Phil Hickerson, actually as playing a Japanese guy, part of Devastation Incorporated in August of 1989, with a special stipulation: if Eric Embry won, World Class Championship Wrestling would become USWA. If P.Y. Chinhai won, that Skandor Akbar and Devastation Incorporated would take over World Class Championship Wrestling, run it. And Eric Embry, and it was in a steel cage. Eric Embry beat P.Y. Chinhai 1-2-3, and then World Class was no more in USWA. Jerry Jarrett bought the World Class territory and converted it over to USWA. Eric Embry was like the last big star in World Class Championship Wrestling. He was hotter than Von Erichs in the late 80s in World Class Championship Wrestling. Number 64 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time. Bret the Hitman Hart facing off against Owen Hart at WrestleMania 10 on March 20th, 1994. And it was an awesome match to open up the things at WrestleMania 10. And back and forth. Bret put Owen in the sharpshooter, and Owen put Bret in the sharpshooter. The ending of this match had Bret going for a victory roll, but Owen reversed it and pinned him 1-2-3. And this catapulted Owen to be a star in professional wrestling. Number 63 on this list of greatest professional wrestling matches of all time. Sting facing off against Vader in a White Castle Affair match, which was a strap match at Super Bowl Brawl 3 on February 21st, 1993, and this was an awesome match. Sting and Vader had classic matches, one of the best feuds in WCW history, and this is probably their best match. Number 62 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time. Bret Hart, the Hitman, facing off against a 1-2-3 Kid on July 11th, 1994 in a Monday Night Raw taping, and it was, over a 20-minute match. Back and forth. Bret kind of played the sublet heel, and actually Bret beat the 1-2-3 Kid with a pinfall attempt, but Kid had his foot on the rope, so they had to restart the match, and Bret eventually beat the 1-2-3 Kid after the Kid tried to do a jumping move, and Bret put the sharpshooter on. And number 61 on this list to end it for right now is 1992 War Games at Wrestle War 92. It was Sting's Squadron with Sting, Barry Windham, Dustin Rhodes, Nikita Koloff, and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat facing off against the Dangerous Alliance, Rick Rude, Stunning Steve Austin, the Enforcer Arn Anderson, Beautiful Bobby Eaton, and Larry the Conscious Zbyszko. Medusa and Paulie Dangerously were around. They were part of the Dangerous Alliance. This probably was the best War Games match of all time. Sting's Squadron wins when Larry Zbyszko accidentally hits the Dangerous Alliance with a ring post, and afterwards the Dangerous Alliance blame Larry Zbyszko, and Zbyszko turns face. And that's about it on that. Be back later. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus with 2 more video blogs. One about what I think about UFOs, aliens, and supernatural. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about the person I profile, the former Boston weatherman, Dick Albert. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Brennan guy. Molly Roseblood of WCC. All rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart so stunning. She's the best. Amy Swenzy rocks. And in the words of Sean Lucia, get out! Don't forget Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus. Questions, comments, concerns, shout-outs, plugs, send it to me and it will be addressed by